Everybody.
Good morning, Guruji.
Good morning.
Good day. Good morning.
Good morning, Guruji.
Gurudev, thank you so much for being with us on this auspicious occasion. We have with us the ambassador of India to Europe, Ms. Gayatri Kumar, Her Excellency.
Good morning, Guruji.
Good morning, Gayatri ji. कैसी हैं आप? How are you?
बहुत ठीक और बहुत खुश आपको देखकर. Thank you for inviting me.
Very nice.
And we have representing the Indian Embassy to Switzerland, the Deputy for Culture, Mr. Rajiv Kumar.
Namaskar, Gurudev.
Namaskar, namaskar. How are you?
Fine, Gurudev.
And representing the Middle East, Ms. Alreem Altenaji, the founder of the Kintsugi Space Abu Dhabi, Your Excellency.
Good morning, Guruji.
Good morning, good morning.
I'm so happy to be here today.
Very nice that we're all together, and giving a big, good beginning for the International Yoga Day with a difference this year.
Yes.
Yeah. So I hand over to Bea to moderate us.
Yeah. When we start, it's already on?
Yes, we are on. You can start.
Okay. So, namaste. Good morning, good afternoon to all yoga friends from all over Europe. Today I'm welcoming more than 10,000 participants joining our very first Yoga Festival for Mental Health from over 70 countries. So welcome you all. And to start this opening session today, I introduce Mr. Christoph Glaser, who is the CEO of TILEX Institute and the board member of Shishi School of Yoga. Mr. Glaser, floor is yours.
Thanks, Bea, so much. And it's so nice to meet all of your dear friends of yoga. What a special day. I think the World Economic Forum has called it the world's biggest psychological experiment in the human history, and is forecasting that this lockdown will probably result in an unseen epidemic of burnouts and stress-related diseases in the second half of 2020. And in a recent survey, 8 out of 10 Italians voiced that they would need psychological support to overcome the pandemic. And now, as almost half of the world's population have been or are in some kind of a lockdown due to the coronavirus, I think we are all in this together. And so I would like to ask, how was this time for you, and what were you and are your challenges in these times? As what I'm concerned, I'm used to travel about 70% of my time for my profession globally, which I really love so much. And early March, I was like millions around the world overnight in a situation where I could not even visit my father anymore, who lives just a couple of blocks away. And as I work in the training sector, all our client orders got postponed and canceled. And there was like so many of us, so many of you in a completely new situation, far away from my comfort zone, not knowing what comes next. It was truly strange. And it would have probably been easy to stay in fear and frustration. And I'm sure many of you must have had a similar experience. And I must say, and that's why I'm telling that here today, I must say that during this time for me, I so much appreciated the gift that yoga and meditation has brought to me. I so much appreciated the meditation with you, Gurudev, Sri Ravi Shankar, twice a day. It gave me stability and strength and also a certain creativity to find new solutions. And so I see it's so important that with this festival, the world of yoga unites and really takes responsibility to share its ancient tools and techniques with the world. techniques which are scientifically proven to be so powerful for mental and physical health and well-being. And so I'm happy that today we have more than 50 speakers from 20 renowned yoga schools from Europe, but also from around the world. I'm so grateful that all of you took time to join, and in particular, I'm extremely grateful for Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, the founder of the Sri Sri School for Yoga and the Art of Living, of course, to take time for this, to join us on this important day. I also really would like to congratulate the dedicated organizing team of the Sri Sri Yoga School, who really worked pretty much day and night over the last couple of weeks, and from the Art of Living Foundation for bringing all this together. The Sri Sri School for Yoga aims to teach yoga in its purity of an ancient tradition, with technical skill, but also a pragmatic scientific approach. And over the last couple of months, the trainers of the Sri Sri School for Yoga have helped thousands of people in need by offering free online sessions. And with this festival today, the school aims to be at service to all of you, the tens of thousands watching right now and joining us throughout this day. I think in a time in which nations, in which races are so much divided in the world, both external and internal unity is more needed than ever. And so I would like to thank all of you participants, as Bea said, from 70 countries in the world, and all the speakers, yogis, and yoga schools today to unite for this important cause. I think your engagement gives hope, gives joy. Certainly it gives a lot of joy to me, and I'm sure to all of you out there. Enjoy the festival, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Christoph. And thank you for putting everything in the context and for your beautiful sharing. I think many of us will find us in the same situation. And it's my pleasure to welcome now Her Excellency Mr. Gayatri Isar Kumar, who is the Ambassadress of India to the Belgium and Luxembourg and to the European Union. Her Excellency, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Good morning to everybody from Brussels, the heart of the European Union. It's a great pleasure for me to join Art of Living and the worldwide participants in this virtual seminar. I'm at the Embassy of India to the European Union, Belgium and Luxembourg, and a very warm namaste to everyone. I take this opportunity to also convey my best wishes to the organizers of this wonderful initiative. I would like to start by agreeing that this online yoga festival for mental health is extremely well timed. We are just a few days away from June 21, the International Day of Yoga. 6 years ago, the people of the world represented in the United Nations General Assembly had voted to declare this day, June 21, as the date on which every year the ancient science of yoga would be celebrated by the international community. And the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, effect on our mental health. Yet at the same time, during this period, so many have shared that during this maddening confinement, the one thing that has kept them going is yoga. And many of those who I did not even know were into yoga had told me that they had been downloading Guruji's the sessions and found a lot of comfort and solace and strength from that. And so by regularly practicing yoga, so many have found a kind of an inner strength which helps them to preserve their equilibrium and mental health during this period. And as we are aware, I have, as I've been sharing here in the European Union again and again, scientific inquiry, modern scientific inquiry has proven that when we allow the pace of our lives and our priorities to disturb the delicate equilibrium between our minds and bodies, there's bound to be conflict and stress and confusion. And for dealing with that, it's the yoga, the meditation, the postures that make the mind and body work together. And that restores the harmony that is very much required, and even more so today. And this is what I think today's session is all about. And I think we should leave it to the experts to explain to us. But what I do think is relevant to mention over here is that there's a considerable enhancement of mental strength and stamina when you're doing yoga. You do not feel the walls and the spaces around you. You feel that you are going into an inner realm, and especially in societies where I am in the West, where you have affluent societies, where you have chronic stress, but that again gets associated with mental health issues. In Europe, where they say that depression is about almost 10 to 20%, and 264 million people globally across all age groups have to address this disease. We are warned that due to COVID, we are going to see a sharp spike in numbers of people suffering from depression. Now, that is something to be very wary about. And this is where yoga can help international researchers. And of course, most international research institutions have found that yoga helps to reduce heart rate, modulate stress response systems, lower blood pressure, ease respiration. These are the absolute physical responses to yoga which have been noticed and proven. And so these all help to win. And these techniques have been shown to trauma survivors, and I think that's who have shown good results. So here I would say that even children should be brought into it, trained from a very young age, because then that would help them to be resilient. Even they are feeling the stress of confinement. Even they have felt, although we've done all that we can to prevent them from having the effect of the confinement, but children also need to be introduced to the techniques of yoga and meditation, because their mental health is equally important as they are growing up in these absolutely unprecedented and exceptional circumstances. For Alzheimer's also, they say that yoga helps with mental health and reduces dementia. So I'm sure that many among us would very much like to be magically transported to a calm and peaceful oasis in Bangalore, to be guided by His Holiness Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji on how to make yoga and meditation a part of our daily routine. And it's a privilege for me to request him to speak to us on the efficacy of yoga in maintaining mental health. And hearing him, I would just like to say that as a humanitarian and spiritual leader, Guruji's vision for a stress-free and violence-free society has always recognized the role of yoga and meditation in sustaining mental health, in alleviating stress, and strengthening the immune system. And he's not only an inspiring spiritual leader and teacher, but a global personality. And as the founder of the Art of Living Network, he's changed the lives and motivated more than 450 million people across the globe. And for his work across the continents, he has been recognized with awards and titles bestowed upon him by governments, academic institutions, and prestigious organizations. And we in India are very proud of the fact that in 1986, Guruji was accorded the title of Yoga Shiromani, which means Supreme Jewel of Yoga, by the Honorable President of India. And later in January 2016, he was conferred the Padma Vibhushan, which is India's highest civilian award. And then we also know, for all those who are joining us and who I just thought I would mention, that Guruji had acquired the power of the Sudarshan Kriya after a deep meditation. And he has since then been sharing that through the art of living with millions. Those of us who have tried it and those who practice it regularly know that this technique has given us an inner strength that has changed our outlook and our lives. And Guruji, I don't see you on the screen here, but I would like to, momentarily, I think, I would like to say that it's an honor for me to be in this webinar, but you honor the webinar with your gracious presence. And we look forward to learning more from you on how to adapt to the demands of our present day circumstances and alleviate stress and improve our mental well-being through yoga. I also take this opportunity to wish everybody who's participating in this webinar the very best of health and well-being, and a very happy International Day of Yoga 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Her Excellency, for the very complete and inspiring addressing, really bringing us back to the aim of this first Yoga Festival for Mental Health. Thank you. Before going ahead, I want to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Rajiv Kumar, Second Secretary, Embassy of India. Mr. Kumar, glad that you are with us.
Madam. Namaskar, Gurudev.
Namaskar.
On behalf of Embassy of India in Bern, I convey heartfelt greetings from Switzerland to Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar, Excellency Ambassador, Madam Gayatri, all distinguished speakers, Mr. Christoph, and online participants. We recall visit of Gurudev to Switzerland last year in June when he delivered a talk on mindfulness and peace. It was really a memorable experience for all of us. His Holiness also planted a tree at India House, which is growing very fast. But this June month is different. And we thank Art of Living for giving us this opportunity to join the online festival on mental health, the first of its kind. We wish great success to this endeavor, which will help millions of people across the world who are going through the difficult times of current pandemic. Thank you, Gurudev. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Kumar. So it's my real honor, my pleasure, my privilege to welcome Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar, founder of Shri Shri School of Yoga and founder of Art of Living. Gurudev, it's such a privilege to have you with us today in this auspicious occasion of the festival. Floor is yours, thousands really waiting for your opening speech.
Very good, Beatrice, and Her Excellency Gayatri ji and His Excellency Kumar ji. You have, in fact, put the whole picture already. What are the benefits of yoga, how it is helping. I only have to add little more to it. You know, in our brain physiology, the back portion of our brain, the hippocampus, they get lesions. And the scientists have found there is no way to get rid of these lesions other than giving long sleep or sedation to people. But with meditation, these lesions disappear so that you feel fresh and those lesions go away, and it prevents Alzheimer from taking over your whole life. Similarly, amygdala, the amygdala as the portion of the brain which is in the center of the brain, that starts shrinking. And there is more than 600 research work papers that has been out there today. You can see Dr. Fari is here. He would tell more about the impact of meditation and Kriya and Pranayam on human physiology. And there are many more doctors who are going to participate. You know, yoga not only enhances our sharpness of intellect, but it also softens our heart, our feelings. today we see there is a behavioral disorder in the world. You take from South America to all the way up to Japan and China, our society is clogged with aggression on one side and depression on other side. Youth are becoming more and more aggressive. There has been increase in domestic violence in the lockdown time, increase in divorce rates. On the other side, people are getting depressed and they don't know what to do with their life, and loneliness. People who feel lonely are on rise. Here, it's yoga, pranayama, meditation works magic. It takes people out of both this extreme behavior of humans. From aggression, it brings you to a normal human being, so also from depression. And this year, let us all take a vow to see that mental health of our society is maintained well. The other day, the Assistant General to the Secretary General of United Nations mentioned to me that there was 8 lakh suicide cases in the past few months. 800,000 committed suicide, and 350 million people are affected by mental health. So when we have a medication, or we have a way to get out of this issue, we will have to spread it to the mankind. We will have to make it available everywhere. See, when people are hungry, they go to restaurants. Restaurants are available everywhere. And if they want to do exercise, gymnasiums are available everywhere. But there are not yet so many yoga studios as it is needed. And I congratulate all the yoga enthusiasts who have today joined us from all over Europe and even other parts of the world, that we all have a big responsibility to cater to the mental health of the population, both mental and physical health. We cannot consider someone healthy if they don't have a big smile on their face. We all came to this planet with a big smile, and that smile somewhere gets hidden due to stress, due to worries, due to tension. And yoga, I think, is the way to help people regain their smile, regain their strength, regain their, immune system. And yoga has found to boost our immune system. And these hours of crisis, we need to have very strong immune system. So a society which is free from crime, again, yoga has something to contribute here. Yoga can help people to get out of the violent tendencies. We see this happening in prisons all over the world. Millions of prisoners have experienced and have come back on track in society. They have come back to normal life. And similarly, health issues. We have seen doctors in this lockdown period, the frontline workers, they have all practiced meditation, and we have taught several thousands of them, and their experiences are really heartwarming. The way yoga and meditation has helped them to carry on their duty without having to worry about, or be anxious about their own health. So this is another very important thing, that it helps to boost the immune system, mental clarity, emotional harmony, and spiritual upliftment. All these benefits we get. To summarize, I can say a violence-free society, disease-free body, quiver-free breath, confusion-free mind, inhibition-free intellect. See what is happening in America today. It's all due to prejudice. Racial prejudice are still an issue. Yoga and meditation can help people to get out of the racial prejudice and embrace the entire human race as one family. Yoga has always said, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We are all part of one human family, irrespective of our religion, race, caste, creed, whatever it is, language. But we all belong to each other. We all belong to the one divinity. So, a prejudice-free intellect, trauma-free memory, and sorrow-free soul. This is the birthright of every human being. And this yoga festival, online yoga festival, can inspire millions to take on to the path of yoga, can initiate more people into the path of yoga. In some places, it's unfortunate, people think it is anti-religious, it's against their religion. I would like to assure them, this will not take you away from your religion or your beliefs. Whatever political, religious beliefs you have, you can continue to have. Your ideologies can continue. If it is not harming others, those things you can continue. If you are having an ideology which is based on creating harm to others, then you should stay away from yoga. Because this is not going to let you have the violent tendencies within you. Otherwise, this does not contradict anybody's belief system. You can follow any religion, but do practice yoga and find peace and happiness in your life. And so let it spread to everyone around you. With these few words, I wish all the organizers and all of you, all the participants and yogis and gurus who are joining this conference, all the best and blessings. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gurudev, for your blessing.